Action. You are now live.
Cool.
So chat, that's open. Cool. Don't need that.
I think when you're a disco ball, I like to have our party.
The disco ball? Just plug it into the back of the monitor or the back of the tower. It'll be good. You got to go to the other side.
Oh, my
It's very, very frustrating. Yeah. Whoa, that's a rude word right off rips.
What?
The P word.
Oh, great.
Hacker. Well, welcome to the live, guys. As you guys know, once a week we go live and answer your questions.
That ain't doing it.
What do you mean?
That's plugged in, but it's not doing it.
You're lying.
No, it's plugged in. There's no switch.
What?
Yeah.
That's weird. I don't know why. But welcome to the live stream. Touch each other. Oh, no. I offer to pet my dog.
Okay.
What kind of dog? What kind of dog do you have?
Pet your dog.
Yo. Y'all know what time it is.
Oh, great. Quiz time.
What is the max pressure working PSI for Kythera?
I want to say it's 140. I don't think you can do 160 with it.
There you go. There's the answer. Tom knows. German Shepherd? Oh, absolutely.
Pet it.
I like German Shepherds. Tom, the best way to adjust dwell without using a chrono.
I guess the best way to do it would be like looking at your groupings and also seeing when you start to have like BBs kind of dropping on rapid fire. If you're starting to see like some rando like drops, then what I would say is you're probably gone too far, like too low of dwell, and then you need to kind of turn it back up. You definitely want a chrono to do dwell, but you can eyeball it rough and kind of get a rough estimate. But the best way to do it is with a chrono because you can be really precise that way. Then.
Cool. Amped West shirt goes hard. Thank you. Appreciate it. I always
Piece of what though.
always stay dripped out, as the kids say. But this is a cool shirt. I like a lot of all of White Foster.
Oh yeah.
And the Room Temp collab was cool. So definitely enjoyed it. Wasp Pistons VSR10, are they stocked? Let me look.
Possibly.
If you want to answer another one while I look at that.
Let's see. Hey, looking at getting a chest rig and was debating between Emerson, Mayflower, and the LBX lock and load. Problem is finding them or getting the multicam version. Yeah, the LBX lock and load is a little bit hard to get. Mayflower as well is a little hard to get. The Emerson one, there's a few that Emerson makes, and those are kind of all just like clones of other ones. So let me know which Emerson you're looking at. The Mayflower is kind of the end-all be-all of a heavier rig that you can pretty much put whatever you want in. It's a pretty beefy chest rig, but it's a really nice chest rig. It's for a little bit more load. If you don't need that much on you, though, then probably the lock and load is a big happy medium because the lock and load is really nice how you can zip it up and kind of open it up. And then if you really need to like start running and you want everything tightened down, you can zip it back up and it's really nice. It's a split front one. I was wanting to take it off without readjusting. Yeah. The split front's really nice. The only thing that I would say is that if you are wearing an assault pack, it kind of almost a little bit defeats the purpose of the open up real easily and everything. So that's something to keep in mind if you're running HPA, you're running hydro on your back. Me personally, I'm starting to run like heavier rigs just because I like universalness. So I like being able to load more stuff on me and just have those pouches ready for when I need to go to an MSW or something like that. And then I can go to my local play and still run the same kit, but just like not have to use all the pouches. So for me, I grabbed Mayflower. I like the Mayflower a lot. I also have the lock and load, and it is a nicer, lighter setup. So it really depends on what you're going for there.
Big brain. Best Polar Star engine.
The best Polar Star engine is definitely the F2. Fusion engine's great. But the F2, its universalness it's just great, and it's a smaller version of the Fusion engine, and you just get way more bang for your buck, I feel, out of its small package compared to version 2 style gearbox that Fusion engine is. Jack is great, and Kythera is great, but if you're talking about overall performance, the F2 is the best one.
Also, those VSR wasps, we are out of stock at the moment. So, sorry, my friend.
Sorry, bud.
Next event you're playing, we're going to MSW this weekend, but we're not playing. We're just eventing. Great question.
Next one I'm playing is going to be, I'm going to try and play a little bit of Nomad. That's the one not this weekend, but the following weekend I'll be at. And then the next one I'm playing at Stag Ops at the end of the month. I'm going to be at Spring Effects for Stag Ops. So that's one that I can definitely say I'm playing at.
So, yeah, I don't even know. I will know shortly at a point.
When I get it figured out.
Yeah, when Tom lets me know what event I'm going to, then I will know. But at the moment, I got a little room over here.
My foot just keeps hitting stuff.
I know, a little corner of live stream. But what's up, fellas? What's up? Well, hello there, General Kenobi. Crappy connection. Good luck, guys. Uh-oh. Is anyone else?
Yeah, anybody else having issues? Might be them because they're up in Katana.
You okay, Wes? You look tired. Yeah, I am tired. I'm tired as bricks. I had an event last weekend, and it's Wednesday already, and we're leaving for another one today. So I'm just.
I think by the end of
exhausted
next weekend,
to be honest,
and I will have done 4 back-to-back-to-back-to-back weekends.
Yeah,
of trips. So it just takes a lot out of you.
I got shot in the face last weekend, which was sick.
I thought it was just a beauty mark.
A beauty mark? Nah, it'll go away. It's already like not scabbed anymore, which is cool. But yeah, just exhausted, man. I mean, it takes it out of you, to be completely honest.
Especially with like weather changes and all the cold events we've been to, like constantly at cold events and trying to stay warm. Like it takes a lot out of you.
Absolutely. But thank you for asking. I appreciate it. It does mean a lot. What's the best HPA system? Oh no, what HPA system requires the least amount of maintenance?
I'd say probably a Jack or an Inferno, or an N7. Just because they don't have as many moving parts as other engines. Single solenoid engines are generally, a lot simpler than dual solenoid engines because there's not as many moving parts. The reason I also said the N7 is because it's a very, very simple and effective system that does not have a lot of moving parts, so you can let things go. The only thing with a mechanical system is you do get a lot more wear and tear on those parts than you would an electronic system, because there is overall more movement in the unit than the little solenoid opening and closing, causing airflow to make things move. So I'd say probably the Inferno or the Jack would be my pick.
Yeah, I can't disagree. Honestly, when it comes to the recommendations of Tom and HPA, there's very few things I ever disagree with. So, out of curiosity, how would y'all HPA the MDRX?
So when we were looking at it, if you look at the trigger area, because we're going to offer this soon whenever we get some more in, which I think we actually got a whole shipment of. So
yeah, we have a boatload on them.
So the way I would do it is pretty much when you look at the trigger, the front facing trigger has a bullpup, and the selector switch that's near the trigger, the trigger is controlled by just a little micro button, not a micro switch, but like a little micro button that when you pull the trigger, it presses into it. And then there's also a magnetic sensor on that same board that's near the trigger. And then there's 4 lines of wire running back to the gearbox instead of the long trigger bar that is mechanical style. That is like the Tavor has that. I'm talking Airsoft specifically. Tavor has that. The FAMAS has that. SVU has that. And that's kind of in line with how the real guns operate, which is because they're mechanical systems, they have that bar. The Airsoft MDRX uses electronics, and there's 4 lines. 2 of them go to the trigger, 2 of them go to the magnetic sensor to say if it's in semi or auto. And then you can basically splice those wires into trigger and selector, and then put those into a universal board, and then use the other ports to the FCU and to the solenoids that you'll be using, whether it's a single solenoid or dual solenoid. That is how I would do it. Hose placement would be up to you guys. There actually is going to be a lot more room because you're taking the motor out. So there's a lot more that would go into it, but that's my rough view of what you got to do. Nozzle line would also be a thing to consider and take into account when you're doing it. Also because the gearbox moves separately to the barrel. So just keep that in mind. But that's what I would do.
Such a genius. You're a genius. Big brain.
Thanks.
Big brain,
Thanks.
Tom.
Oh my God, thanks.
Order Lambda 240. Lima parts by chance. Not sure if there's any restriction on those.
I think most Lambda stuff, like
Kurt would probably.
Yeah, like I think we're also going to be getting in the short, like SIG MCX bodies, so we can get the short rail and the long rail in. If they're like aftermarket body kit stuff, generally there's not that big of a restriction on them when it comes to shipping from overseas. So that would be a Kurt question too. So if he wants to jump in like he sometimes does, but
He's driving right now.
oh yeah, he went to the bank.
To the bank.
To the bank. Yeah.
Reboot. Yo, which of you guys is attending Syndicate 3?
Neither of us. Oops, Ryan, Logan, and possibly Dave are going to Syndicate 3.
Yes. I don't know. Where will I be?
At a car show.
Oh, is that weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Yay. I don't work that weekend.
Yeah. That's my way of telling you.
Thank you. Wes, when are you going to get the top braided? I have braided my hair before, but I'm okay. I appreciate it. But no braids.
I think you should drive the entire way down to Georgia with me with your hair braided.
No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. I don't want it braided. No, thank you. What's up, everyone? What's up? Sorry. I'm reading the next question without even responding to the first one. I am so exhausted. I can't even put into words.
Come back to us.
I know. I've been trying. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
Today is my day to drive.
It's weird. It comes in waves. I don't know. The one thing I've noticed about my tiredness or like my exhaustion is like it's very when I'm like occupied or like there's like a like when I'm working on a video or something, I can just get into it. I zone in.
Yeah.
And then there's times where I just like when things change or fluctuate, you just zone in and zone out. It's very, very strange.
I get that in my office. There's sometimes I was like staring, I'm like, what was I looking at?
Yeah. So sorry for my little bit of lack of attendance. It feels like, but I am here. I am doing my best. So
we get some others here too.
Yeah.
When are we restocking the lock and loads? Don't know. Like I said, they've been hard to get recently. Please, dear Gott, cut that rug off your forehead.
No.
Fluffy rug.
No. I'm not.
You played around with the new Wolf engine? If so, what do you think? No, I don't think I played around with the new Wolf engine.
I'm gonna look that up.
Ooh.
Spark Labs. Most advanced HVA engine. Opens, close bolt, easy installation, completely customizable. Huh.
Well, we'll be getting those then.
I mean, they look pretty.
Those are really cool.
Yeah, I'd like to at least try it. I like their packaging. So it's a macro line. Huh, that looks really cool. I mean,
I'm gonna look into that now. Thank you. You gave me,
Spark Labs Wolf engine. Yeah, we'll leave this tab open. We'll look into it. That looks really cool. News to us.
I'm into it. I'll take a look at it and see what we can do with it and see how we can get it.
Sick. Thank you for the
Yeah.
the kind of, hey, look at this kind of.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That's killer. But, Aries EMD 200.
M200, SRS, and HTI. Aries PMG, Aries M4, M40A6, M40A3.
I'm not sure if that's a question or just listing off random toy guns.
I think it's just listing off random toy guns or it's a response to somebody else. Don't buy Aries. No, Aries actually is pretty good. MP7 HPA build. Yeah, they rock.
Yeah, lots of fun. And the kits now are making them so much easier to do.
Yeah.
And I think that's definitely a huge benefit.
We definitely know that there's a want for it, but there's people already doing it, and we're gonna keep having those people do it. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
5-1 versus 4-3. I mean, there's no real pro or con.
Yeah, I was looking into it because
to either of them, in my opinion.
I'm helping Lex do a high kappa build, and I think she's going a 4-3 route mainly because like you can throw a 4-3 kinda on a 5-1 lower, but I don't know. I think a 4-3 as a base because it's smaller and you can throw longer uppers onto it is kind of the only plus there. Outside of that, yeah, up to you, preference.
Yeah. All right, here's our weekly crane information.
Oh God.
Atmospheric pressure at sea level is 1013.25 millibars. Is that right? Millibars?
Yeah, or 29.92 inches.
Sea breeze is caused by heating land, which is lower pressure, while air over ocean is dense and high pressure, making wind.
Oh my God.
Here's your question, fellas. Is that an old school calculator watch? Yes. The Casio calculator watch is my favorite.
All right, where's our quiz?
Where's our quiz
Our quiz question?
Oh, here it is. Okay. How'd you guys like Amsato last weekend?
The weather was nuts. I didn't know if it wanted to be warm, windy, cold, rainy, sunny. Yeah, that was Amsato. The AO was really cool. The AO was definitely really, really cool.
Yeah.
I like Amsato events a lot. I like how Tom runs stuff, so it was definitely a fun time.
Yeah. Amsato was cool. AO blew us away. I mean, like, it was an old abandoned hospital, like mental institution. Can't really go wrong there. Super, super fun. But I think that there's definitely potential for that field and that like AO to expand a little bit. It was the first one there, so they were being very precautious, which is really smart for a first time event. That way, they can lay the land, get the community, get the surrounding like what would you say, the surrounding like
houses and stuff.
Yeah, like people,
the people that live next to the property, like to be more comfortable with the idea of grenades and people shooting each other next to their house.
So to play it safe the first time,
yeah.
So then that they can then continue the discussion about it to then hopefully expand the next time. Which honestly, in my opinion, yeah, it might have been a little bit of a detriment to the first game, but it'll in the long term allow us to have an even better place to play in the future, and hopefully long term. Which honestly, mad respect and mad like hats off for that.
Being up front, I was definitely sad I couldn't shoot people outside of buildings, but the inside of building play was definitely worth it. So it was a very good honor. Okay, let's do our quiz.
Okay.
And yes, we'll be at Irene. I saw that one. We will be at Irene.
Oh, we will.
Yeah. Cool.
What is the equivalent wind speed for? What is that? Buford wind scale number 12. 1. Strong breeze 17 to 21. 2. Gale 34 to 40. 3. Storm 48 to 50. 4. Hurricane 64 to 70. Yes, I have a test day, so I'm studying this way.
This is hilarious. What is the equivalent wind speed for Buford wind scale number 12?
I mean, 12 is a big number, so I'm assuming hurricane.
No, I think he's talking about that there's 12. Okay, hang on.
I am Confucian.
I think this is going to be random for us to try and figure out because strong breeze. Oh, this is answers numbers 1 through 4. And we have to pick one. This isn't like a pattern that you're trying to add up to whatever is 12.
Yeah, but Buford wind scale number 12. I'm saying hurricane because it's 12. It's up on the thing. I can't.
I'm going to say 2 for Gale. He's going by naught.
Okay, I'm going hurricane.
I think it was 2.
So hopefully we'll get our answer shortly. So, Elite Four Seafarer got rid of the bar, all digital. Just mention
Biggie.
I'm confused.
I think he's talking about how to do the DRS.
Oh, can you guys install an HPA into the TMVZ60 long mod amp?
Possibly that gun is more akin to an AEP than a regular AEG. So the bucking, the nozzle, and the space to do it in is very small. Kind of like the TM MP7s were. They were kind of AP style. I think you probably could, especially with the new Gate Pulsar. They're really tiny engines. So that'd probably be the prime candidate of a gun to do that with. Yeah. I'd say that's probably it. Let me see if there's any other ones.
The Spark Wolf Labs engine tested one. They're kind of weird to install, but God damn, they spit. Sick.
Okay, cool. I'm very interested in looking into one.
Yeah. Do they do? Yeah, it's crazy. Looks really cool. Very interesting design.
I'm really interested in it.
Sick. Yeah, we'll definitely have to look into it.
Yeah.
All you need is a gold necklace with that chest burger coming out of your shirt there, Tom. Tom won't wear a gold chain.
No, I have a silver chain though. It's just the clasp is broken. I normally wear it.
Out of curiosity, how would I go to events with y'all if I worked for AMP? So if you're an employee here, I guess is the question.
Yeah, so if you're an employee here, pretty much you've been here longer than 90 days, because that's generally a probationary period, then we basically go like, hey, would you like to go on events? And then we talk about what that would entail, if you're a good candidate for it and stuff like that. Because generally speaking, events are a retail thing for us, just away from the shop. You have to be generally okay with a lot of travel, okay with setup and tear down, and be
Cold
good.
weather, warm weather.
Yeah, multiple temperature changes in a day. You have to be okay with also being in front of customers and being, a good representation of the company. So we look and see, like, is this person a good candidate for that, or you're just, good for your position here in the store itself. And then if you're, good with all that, then pretty much I try and work you into different events, get you trained up, get you used to the event that we do, the way that we do events, and eventually kind of get you into more events as you get more experience. That's pretty much how we do it.
Or you're just here and Tom goes, hey, you're going to this event.
Yeah, that.
And I'm like, okay, I'll be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is a lot of fun. My bros, hello. How are you?
What's up?
Oh my God, is that Blake B. Blasting?
That is Blake Booty Blade.
How long is a live stream delay? 7, 8 seconds?
Yeah, something like that. We're going through old questions still, though.
A few seconds, but they do have a lot of comments.
Yeah.
Yes. LBX discontinued lock and loads.
Okay.
No. How's it going? It's going great. Need me to share my don't buy Aries pick? I mean, you're welcome to.
Yeah.
Everyone is has the ability to share their own opinion.
Yeah.
I've never I've owned like 2 Aries guns. They worked, but they weren't exceptional, but they weren't like broken out of the box. So
I've had a few different Aries guns.
Hit or miss.
They definitely try and push the little bit of the boundary of like how the trigger works, and sometimes that works, sometimes it gets to be a pain. So definitely Aries are hit or miss, but think performance-wise, generally, they always are good performers. Trying to upgrade them sucks.
Valid.
Yeah.
What is your guys' go-to boot or footwear for airsoft? Solomon's.
Yeah. So for me, I went from Merrill to I can't remember the other brand.
I love my Solomon's.
I went from Merrill to Solomon's, and I wore Solomon's for years, and I love them. But then I got the chance to try out some Loas, and honestly, I am really liking my Loas more than my Solomon's. My Solomon's were really, really, really good. So like these are surprisingly more comfortable. I wouldn't say better as far as performance, but I find these to be more comfortable. So I'm gonna start probably recommending Loas, but Solomon's are great boots. I actually still have my Solomon's. I wear them time to time.
Yeah, I went from Merrill's to Solomon's, and the Solomon's have just blew Merrill's out of the water.
Yeah.
So I've never went back. This is too scientific for me.
Sorry.
How you learn, baby. And look at this comment, Tom. Correct answer is hurricane. Yeah, I'm winning.
You can go by yourself to Georgia.
All right.
Because now I can't be in the car with you.
I'm a science major. I'm just kidding.
You didn't go.
I didn't major in science. Yeah. Silly goose. Thinking I'm like in. Were you guys at IMSADO?
Yes, we were.
We were. Oh
we
my
were
God.
Closer to like tan and registration area.
Does Brittany have the verified check mark? Are you paying $14.99 a month to be verified, bro? We aren't even verified, dude. Oh my God.
That is the Airsoft Brittany.
It's verified.
It's verified. The Airsoft Brittany. Somebody go make a fake the Airsoft Brittany.
Yeah. She's already had fake ones.
I know.
So are you all going to be at Noob Day? We will have a crew going to Noob Day. Yeah.
Eric's going to be running Noob Day.
What's cooking? Nothing.
I had a sub day sandwich.
Subway?
A sub day.
Subway's gross.
Sub day.
Subway's gross.
Yeah, I totally missed you because I was like walking like a half block behind you.
Oh, really?
You were coming down.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I just enjoyed
because I went in after you went into wherever you went. Because I totally turned the corner and you were gone. And then I came back up the hill and I saw you like way up the hill in front of me. I was like, what the heck?
Oh, I didn't even know. This shows my situational awareness.
Yeah.
Bork. Hi, Miko.
Hi, Miko.
Now I'm curious if I can bring my dog to said events. I mean,
yeah. I mean, if you
got a place to put them while you play.
The funny part is most of the time we stay at like La Quintas, and La Quintas are okay with pets because we hear them all night.
Yes, it's very accurate. New to high capas and wanted to know where I can find some higher tier frames.
We have some on the website.
They're expensive.
They're not cheap.
No high capa frames are
not cheap at all.
Let me see them, bro.
If not on our website, you can also go to LA Kappa, has a bunch of stuff. EA has a bunch of stuff. So Extreme Airsoft. I know SS has some stuff. So a bunch of these different places to kind of focus a little bit more on Speedsoft and indoor play and high Kappa users. They stock a lot of these parts, like us. But if you're looking for certain styles, high Kappa stuff is a little bit weird. They come out in like a line and then they kill the line and then move on to a new version for the next year. So if you're looking for certain styles, you might have to look at different retailers to see what they have in. That's why I listed all those ones off. But yeah, if you are looking for some high quality ones, Cow is always a good brand. And there's a few other ones. Airsoft Masterpiece. That's another one.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Gotta say, I like my Loas better than my Solomons.
They're really comfy, and they perform exactly the same in my opinion. And the comfort for me is winning me over to the Loas.
I assume this is about IMSADO. It's not pushing boundaries. It's
about the Aries thing.
Oh, sorry. It's not pushing boundaries. It's just their proprietary EFCS unit.
Yeah. There's
no benefit to Hall effect based MOSFETs compared to traditional. You're entirely correct. I mean, there's no benefit, but it doesn't mean like they're absolute junk.
Yeah.
But they aren't the best. So I mean, they're an average entry level airsoft gun in my opinion.
I think if you're trying to get something that is like a step up from like entry level and you want a little bit extra performance out of your trigger from a gearbox standpoint, Ares is a very good brand. I think Ares also has some cool licensed guns that other people don't have a license for, so that adds to what they offer. I think they're very cool.
So for the Mayflower, I was looking for a split versus the non-split version. Also for MSW events, what would be the best for a light recce type kit or recon?
I would immediately tell you to do the split version instead of the non-split version because just the ability to kind of unzip and relax at an MSW is a really cool thing to have. And generally, they're going to be able to carry this same amount. The one cool thing is also you're talking about Mayflower, which is a very high-end rig, and the zippers and everything are going to be very high quality. Unlike some of the Emerson or the other brands, because I've had different stuff just get shot out from BBs, different zipper stuff gets shot out, and Mayflowers I think will hold up a lot better.
That's the benefit of buying a higher quality piece of equipment.
Yeah.
It's longevity and the reliability of the kit. I mean, you would never want to be in the middle of a 40-hour and a zipper just like.
Yeah, and now you're just like holding your kit together while trying to run to a bunker or something.
Yeah, which would not be fun.
Yeah,
in the slightest. So, test time, fellas. See you next week. Good luck, my
Good luck.
friend. I got a free month. Suck it. Oh, congratulations. Enjoy it while it lasts. It looks nice, so I'm enjoying my month. No, the verification is cool. The benefits of the verification are actually really nice. Instagram will like actually listen to your complaints about the app when you submit them if you're verified.
Oh wow, because you're paying for it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Nice.
There are a few benefits to it. Is it worth $15 a month? I mean, maybe for a business like ourselves, maybe. If they're just uncontrollably taking things down or kind of being ridiculous, it might be worth to kind of put our voice through. But for like your average just like Instagram user, it's probably not worth it. Yeah, in my opinion. But it was cool. I mean, it's a different take on it. Any chance I could talk to y'all about wholesale at Noob Day?
Most likely not at Noob Day. A lot of the guys that go to a lot of our events aren't really involved with wholesale side of things. So the best way to do that would be through email.
Yeah. Use my dog and attack dog in the AO. I wouldn't want to be shooting at a poor puppy. I ain't doing that.
There was a guy who brought his dog the one time, and he got iPro and everything for it, and then everybody was kind of just like,
I'm not shooting your dog.
Yeah, it wasn't even like the dog, like they were worried about the dog like being used to like tag people out in airsoft. That wasn't the concern. It was nobody wanted to like shoot the dog even with BBs. Like nobody was comfortable with it.
I'm not shooting someone's dog.
Yeah.
I'd feel so bad.
Yeah, and everybody's just like, no, he's not doing anything. No, we're not doing that. He's okay. No. Give him pets.
Yeah, there you go. You're out. Yeah. I was looking for an Airsoft Masterpiece or LA Kappa frame, but I couldn't find the size or rail version that I wanted. Guess I'll wait for another draw. Probably the best thing you can do, man. Restock notifications are really helpful. You can be the first to know, so you don't have to like wait around or miss the drop either. So I do feel for most things, you get what you pay for.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, I mean that applies for more than just toy guns as well. So. Ares definitely falls into that category. They have a few benefits, but they also have a few detriments when it comes to the internals and reliability of the gun. But overall, probably wouldn't buy one at this stage.
I don't know. If there's a certain like thing like G36. G36 is one of those ones that Ares does really well. I would probably go out and buy a Ares G36 or a TM1 if I could get my hands on a TM1.
Yeah.
Umarex does have some G36 stuff out there, but they don't have all the time a full lineup like the K or the LMG version.
You're stuck with whatever.
Yeah. So like there's certain things that if Ares does have the license for it and they're going to make a version of it and I want to upgrade later myself, I would then probably in this stage of the game with me buy that. But like you, I'm not really looking for anything like that. So
yeah. But sometimes there's only a company that makes one gun.
Yeah.
And Not that it's good or bad; it's the only option.
It's like FALs or the LA1A. The Ares has a version of that, like the predecessor to the FAL.
Yeah. So, pretty cool though. KWA MP9, best SMG on God.
There's a lot of reason for that.
Yeah.
I still prefer the MP7.
I don't know, man. I need a KWA MP9.
The MP9s are great, and honestly, their form factor is awesome. MP7s get a little bit longer for just storage purposes. The MP9 with like a short mag for concealability is absolutely nuts.
We don't care about concealability. We just care about.
I like thinking of concealability from like if you're a civilian role.
I like it from a shield roll.
That's true.
MP9, dude. If they were CO2,
Oh yeah,
it would be. It would just be, and they'd be ungodly. Well, there was that one guy overseas who made an HP8 version of it.
What, of the MP9?
Got it at KWA MP9 and put an F2 in it.
Like the gas blowback MP9, and he put an F2 in it.
I mean, it was years ago, so I don't know.
Have a crazy custom nozzle.
He did it all himself.
That's nuts.
I'll try to look it up.
Yeah, because
I remember seeing it.
Putting an AEG HPA unit into a gas blowback sounds nuts.
Yeah, dude. I'll find it.
Yeah.
Just keep answering.
Okay. Tom and Wes, what's the gun you guys have built that was a pain in the ass and won't do again?
Pain in the ass?
Mm-hmm.
Everything I do is like free, so I really don't like.
No, I'm really trying to think.
I probably don't want to mess with a Val or VSS again.
I'm really trying to think. Probably like an AEG SR25, because if you're trying to do a DMR that's an AEG that's like really high FPS, they break. Just so much force being dealt with there, they break. That would probably be one of the ones I would probably not try and do again. And I actually would probably not ever build one because I would automatically HPA it just because of wear and tear. But yeah,
I will find this thread. Maybe not today, but I will find it. I do remember reading about it.
What is one ingredient you always remove from a burger order?
Pickles. Pickles are foul.
American cheese.
Pickles are foul.
I hate American cheese.
I don't like Kraft singles.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but you can get American cheese that's sliced from a deli.
Okay, I'll have that. I don't like Kraft singles. Generally, that's what it is.
My MP9 is great. Well, oops, give it to me. They're notorious for the nozzle spring snapping, and I don't think there are very many aftermarket buckings. No. I mean, you run it as is, and then, you know.
It's like the PP19. Like, you didn't really change much to it, did you?
Or did you do full barrel build?
Yeah, I was gonna say you did the barrel build, but that was about it because the gearbox was gearboxing.
It was just it was just being weird. Just M4 tap adapter. So for the MP9, I don't want M4 mags at the bottom of my gun. I
MP5 tap adapter with stick mag.
I have seen that with the stubby MP5 mags. That is a good look. It's the closest you're gonna get.
I honestly, if I was gonna do one, I would probably do it that way.
And that makes sense. I would totally be like on board for that. But for me, I really like the authentic look of the gun.
Oh, it looks great. Yeah, it looks great. I just can't believe it.
Let me find the thread. I remember reading
just like this. Electronics, everything. You're gutting the whole thing. That's very impressive. I know. That's very impressive if you did it.
I'll find it.
Let's see here. Thoughts on an AA12 HPA? So there's been a lot of ideas of how to do that, and honestly, no, it's a tap.
I'm looking. I'm just.
There's a lot of ideas of how to do that. Mainly, it comes down to how you go from a 3-nozzle and like 3-cylinder head setup to a single cylinder that's powered by HPA, and then it moves one nozzle. Like I've seen some guys talk about basically modifying the nozzle to have like an attachment on it that is 3 nozzles, and then the air splits equally, and that's a little bit weird. I've seen dudes try and put, 3 HPA units in a gun, and that kind of worked a little bit, but the timing got a little wonky. I think it'd be crazy cool, especially because I think shotguns are one of the least utilized things for outdoor play because of just how they work in airsoft. So if you were to have a semi-automatic shotgun that was 3-round burst and it was HPA, that would be really cool. That's also why Umarex kind of made their CO2 powered one, because it has a lot more oomph behind it and it can go a lot further than a traditional airsoft shotgun can. You can find it. Do you guys have KWA MP7 mags in stock? No, I don't think we have the KWA ones, but I think we have the Umarex VFC MP7 magazines for AG.
We have gas blowbacks, but
we do. They're for the Umarex gas blowback, not the KWA.
No, the genuine KWA magazine.
They're right.
Yeah, I have.
Oh, which is the Umarex? Dumb.
Yeah, there's 3 of them. I have 3 of them in stock. Hi, Vic. How are you?
Hi, Vic. I ran 2 tapped 48 round mags forever, and it's such a pain in the ass. Yeah, so I had a LM4 that I HBA tapped all the mags, and when you have like a 60 rounder mag, and not even a 60 rounder, I think it's a 45 rounder mag, and then you run out of ammo, you're immediately just trying to take the hose out of the bottom of the mag before you even eject the mag, hook it up to a mag like in a floppy pouch, and it's not going to work, and then kind of get it. Then you take the other mag out, but you can't drop it because you don't want to screw up the tap. So then you gently place it in your dump pouch. Then you grab the one out, and then realize, oh, it didn't actually seat right, and now I have this air hose just flopping around. So now I have to refine my air hose all the while guys are trying to shoot me. Yeah, it's not fun. Which is why tap adapters got invented, and primary airsoft adapter for tapping your gas blowbacks got invented as well, and Monk and all the guys, because it's way, yeah.
What airsoft brand, in your opinion, is killing it in 2023 so far?
Gate.
E&O.
Those are Arcturus,
but Gate as well. Gates.
Lancer's actually killing it in a way too. G&G hasn't come out with some of their stuff that I think they're going to be killing it at, or we're just about to have it out. Like the ARP 3.0 is really cool.
We just got it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like that just came out. There's a PTW that they're working on as well. So I think that's gonna be cool.
That'll be really cool.
And then I think those are ones that are killing it. I think some other guys that have already been killing it or continuing to kill it are like smaller companies like AirTech Studios. I think they're killing it. They come out with some very small parts that people, I think, always go like, wow, I really wish I had them. And they just go, oh, okay, we'll make it.
Yeah, their niche applications are what make them absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like they just have like 5 products that are super niche. No, there's like hundreds of products that are all super niche. But for those people who need them and want that little bit of extra performance,
yep,
they can literally just click and buy.
Yeah.
And it's really affordable. It's really good stuff. AirTech definitely like fills all these little cracks.
Yeah.
They don't fill voids necessarily.
Yeah, but they just give you
all
that
these
little
cracks,
thing.
man. Hats off to them, bro. They be out
AirTech,
here.
the secret spice of airsoft.
They are. They're like a little bit of a little spice. Something nice.
Do you think that support guns like the 249 have a place both in milsim and pickup games? Yes, I do. And they have almost the same role. I feel like at milsim games, there's more restrictions placed on them for very good reasons.
Absolutely.
And it makes the game better. And I also feel like only having one in a squad versus how many did we have at BFR on one side?
A few. That video is almost done. It'll be up probably by the end of the week.
My point is saying that Tan at BFR had like 6 LMGs/MMGs versus Tan's 1 M60 that went down.
We were Tan.
No, sorry, Green's M60 that went down.
Yeah.
So at open plays, it gets a little bit weird because if you have too many guys on one side show up with them, then you need to rebalance, which ends up people get weird about. But
Yeah.
I definitely feel like they do have their place in both settings.
Yeah. I think that's a tough one because like there's different aspects of the game.
Yeah.
But I think they are beneficial. The questions for them. Yeah.
I think if they're Milsim
They have a
events,
place. Yeah.
they restrict them enough. I think they work really well at a Milsim event. I think at open play, as long as teams are being balanced properly, so everybody's having a good time, then they're fine. But if one side's literally just dumping ammo across the entirety of the field at one team, that gets boring.
Well, and the fact if your rifleman can do full auto or not.
That's true too.
Because then you're really introducing a limiting factor to an open play. If the rifleman can only do semi, and you're not equally distributing this force multiplier throughout the different sides, you're going to have an unbalanced team no matter what. And unfortunately, with open play, people just want to play. They don't. They want balance.
Yeah.
So yeah. A guy made a 3D printed AA12 adapter for a Polar Star.
Yeah, I think that's one of the ones that I was talking about. Those are really cool because they don't shotgun like a shotgun. Well, what if we just use a real shotgun with plastic BBs in the shell and less powder?
Don't
put
inject
that into
idea.
the universe.
Don't.
You put it out there. Why did you do that?
It's now. Oh my god. Even though
there are some gas-powered shell ejecting shotguns that kind of do really well with replicating a real shotgun. Those are ones that are awesome and at the same time suck because then you just need to find your round while you're ejecting them, and they cost way more than a regular shotgun shell. So, yeah,
crazy. You should try to play here in Denmark. I can literally run 2.25 joules with a 4.3, free semi, only 10 meters med, aka 32 feet. It's absurd.
That is 100% absurd.
Sign me up. Sign me up.
Yeah.
Oh my god, no hit calling problems. Unless you do. If you still have hit calling problems, that's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably do though.
I mean, dudes with a slim plate carrier and a bulky chest rig over that, and then like multiple layers of warm gear, and I could see hit problems still being a thing, but
they'd be loud as hell, dude.
Highly unlikely.
That is nuts. Custom splitter for a line to attach to each mag.
Right now.
Nice.
I did actually at one point have a 2-line splitter, so I would have a mag prepped. So like my quick switch out mag would end up being on a secondary line from the same tank. I would eject and like dump pouch my first line, throw the second one up with the second line, and then when I got to a point, I would refiddle the second line onto a new mag, so I would be ready to go next time I need to reload. But it still sucks. And then you're getting tangled and horrible.
For 4 to 5 years, I had like one bad day. Well, there you go. Increase the joule limits here in the U.S.
I mean, if you're still having hit call problems, I'm thinking 3 joules is the way then, bud.
Yeah, 3 joules, the only way to play. 3 joules, no BB weight limit. Let it roll. No lowers required.
No lower.
That'd be great.
That would be nuts. Yeah. Thoughts on Gate Pulsar? Have you tried one yet? Yeah, it's great. I've been running it in my gun for a little bit here just to be doing some testing on it. Biggest thing about that unit is almost not the engine itself, but the Gate Titan trigger board for HPA is a giant big deal. It's super easy to tune. It has optical sensors in it. It works with any existing unit right now as long as it uses JST connectors for the solenoids. Talking about the engine itself, mid-cap syndrome is almost non-existent on it because there's barely any nozzle wobble at all on it. The small size factor, you do have to play with the dwell a little bit because of that, but that's just going into the settings and changing it a little bit. It's not a really big deal, but it is something to think about. But that size factor also allows it to fit into smaller stuff like I was talking about with that TM Scorpion Mod Zero thing that a guy was talking about earlier, like AEP style guns. I feel like the Pulsar would be one of the best choices for. So, yeah, it's great. It performs great.
In general, you have to be 18 plus here, so you can have a higher joules. Not sure how a 10-year-old would handle that. Valid.
Yeah, and
completely understand.
however, there's some tough kids we've played with, but yeah, at the same point, it would probably turn a lot of kids away.
What's the best BB gun to shoot my big brother with? A spring pistol. Start with a spring pistol.
HPA 249.
A 4-joule sniper rifle. Make sure you're wearing eye protection.
Yeah, this is definitely.
We are safety first.
Safety first.
Eye protection
and probably mouth guard.
Eye pro.
And then have at it.
We need a CO2 Spaz 12 with step.
Yes, we do. I would love to see that. TM was supposed to be coming out with a the Spaz 12. Spaz.
Yeah, that'd be cool. We got a spring Trichon so far.
Well, we got the trigger on burst interacts one. I like that one.
No, I'm saying the Spaz. Yeah, that's all we have. I mean, we got something. I like Trichon. They're fun. Yeah. Whatever.
Indoor, but they're really fun. They're really fun. The Max Hops current version makes a really huge difference in the airflow. Yes, it does. Wait, go back. Too many LMGs.
Oh, sorry, you're on the receiving end of those LMGs. You guys lost audio, did we?
Interesting.
Let me.
If we lost audio, sorry about that. We're gonna keep answering questions, and then if you guys want to,
I got audio.
We have audio.
If we lost audio, sorry about that. We're gonna keep answering questions. We still have audio.
We still have audio. It's back. Sweet Rick says it's back.
Okay, good.
Thank you. What nozzle and poppet do you guys suggest for a fusion engine that's going into a DFC MP5? I would do the purple poppet, and then I would do a red nozzle, so you have maximum airflow. And then I would adjust your PSI and your poppet dwell to adjust for FPS and barrel length.
There you go.
That's my suggestion, just because of the bore of the poppet, the purple poppet, and the bore of the red nozzle.
Do SMGs have a place in Airsoft? Yeah, I would say so. I think one of the coolest rules, and this is maybe not coolest rules, but a cool aspect is if you have an SMG and it's sub a joule, you can use full auto.
Yeah.
But with that, I believe there should be a magazine cap because people are always like, oh, sick, I can run full auto. So I'm going to put 16 MP5 mags on my chest. No.
Yeah, it's not an LMG.
No.
It's not an LMG.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
So if you have a restriction for the amount that you can carry, yes, that's a really cool feature. Obviously, we all know SMGs a little stubby. They're faster indoors. They're quicker around corners. Easier to handle. That's a benefit to them, and I think for indoors, CQB, that's a fun thing to do. Not saying you can't do it with a like a 10-3 or a full length rifle, because that's all I ever run. And I don't really feel to be at a disadvantage, to be honest. But I don't know. I think SMGs are really cool. I think they definitely have a place.
Yeah, especially in Airsoft. A lot of times SMGs shoot almost as well as a regular length Mark 18, just because smooth bore and round object. But
saw the hills at BFR and left the 249 in the car.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's valid.
That's valid.
You feel left out.
I'm sorry.
We answered your question.
Much love, yes.
Guys.
Stupid iPhone.
My parents don't love me. Me neither do. No, my parents are great.
No audio. Audio out. Ha. Fake chain. Ha.
Oh,
lost
okay.
audio as well. No audio. It's so what? Quiet. F in chat. Okay, now. And you're back. Great. We're back. Guys, help me talk Vic into going to Irene. Vic, go to Irene.
Go to Irene.
Just show up. Stream is in black and white for me.
It's because it's Miko.
Miko, you should get your eyes checked.
He's a dog.
Miko, you should still get your eyes checked.
Ha 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 ha.
Ha.
Ha ha ha. Die I5 or Bunker King CMD? I5.
I5.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like about the I5 is you can't really wear helmets as easily as you can with the I4 because of the ratcheting system, but it is a really, really comfy mask and it fogs. But that's my one gripe about the i5s. I wish you had the option to change the back strap out, because sometimes I
You
like.
probably. I mean, maybe. There's no way it's just like that's it.
Oh no, you can take it out.
All you get.
I just wish they sold like an extra strap, like
Oh
aftermarket.
yeah, I mean, there's something out there.
Afternoon, gentlemen. Hi, Remy.
What's an affordable book bag for a HPA tank? Damn it, Eric, you stole my answer.
Transport.
Jansports are definitely. I mean, if you're looking for budget, but honestly, a lot of the Condor hydro carriers, the Condor hydro carriers are good.
Yeah.
So i4 Pro says Cole.
I like the i4s.
So
I definitely like the i4s. The i5s are comfy, but what this guy just said is kind of one of my other gripes with them, is bad breathability. Because I think they actually made the vents they made more of them, but they're smaller on the face area, and because the lens is it comes down so low, it's not as breathable as some of the other masks out on the market, like full face masks.
Mm-hmm. How do I transfer my Call of Duty experience into the Airsoft world?
If you just scream really loudly like you do on the mic, that's the best way.
Don't do
that's
what
the best
Tom
way.
does.
That's the best way.
If you're gonna
just tell you got the FBF army like in the back screaming.
No, I didn't, and I'm glad I didn't. Honestly, the biggest thing to transfer from like Call of Duty to Airsoft is like if you're just gonna bust around a corner in Call of Duty and just take it aggressively,
yeah,
do it in Airsoft.
Run forward.
Yeah.
In a side-to-side motion.
Serpentine. But I don't know. I think that's the best way. Communication's a good one. If you're good at telling your teammates where things are and where people are, do it in Airsoft.
Or scream at people.
Scream at people. No, don't yell at people. Don't yell at people. Bunker Kings feels like breathing with no mask on. Well, then that one probably sounds like the better option for you then, if it has better breathability. I don't wear any of these masks, so I'm not too sure.
I just like guys. They're tried and true in my opinion. I don't have enough experience with a Bunker King. I have seen them. I've put them on. They're comfortable, but I have not actually played with one of them yet. But the dyes are really cool.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I would just care about the lens at that point if it's gonna fog on me, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
dolphin dive and slide.
Cancel. Slide cancel. Dude, full slide cancel out, middle of the field. Don't use your sights.
Yeah. You could actually turn around and then shoot.
When you do the jump and you grab your quick scope.
Quick no scope.
What did you just say? What words just came out?
I have 15 and they require full phase at my field. Yeah.
Then either of those masks sound like a good option for you at the end of the day. I mean, it's just honestly like which one, I guess. It's just, I don't know. I mean, breathability is important, but if you're not fogging, either one, if they don't fog.
The i5, even though it has less breathability, it doesn't fog. Which paintball mask increases my sprint speed the most? Well, if you look at the aerodynamicness of the Dye i5 versus the Dye i4 or Bunker King or the HK Army one, I would say that none of them do any of that. None of them help.
You're a psycho. Safe Face, the original Dye mask. Safe Face was, man, I remember seeing those all over the field.
You're talking about like the plastic ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to have one of those. I took the bottom. Kurt actually did it first. You take the bottom of one of those, you cut it, and then you zip tie it to the bottom of your goggles.
That's like an OG, like.
That was like the original move.
I still have a mask like that. I haven't gotten rid of it. It's old. It's a JT lower.
But yeah, guys, we got 2 minutes left, so get your last minute questions in. We'll try and get to them as much as we can. If not, maybe we'll see, the two of us will see you down at MSW this weekend down in Georgia. We're going to drive down literally right after this live. Yeah. And then If you guys don't get to see us there are 3 events that our crews are going to be at the following weekend. That is going to be Noob Day. That's going to be a big event. Prison, Syndicate 3. That's going to be another big event. And then Nomad. We're going to be at our first Nomad event this year, and I'll be there. So if you guys can't make it to the other 2, you can't make it to this weekend, go see us at Nomad as well.
Lots coming up. It is a busy, busy season.
We're in the middle of it.
Oh my God, why is our Wi-Fi terrible?
Yeah. All right, so we didn't get to say goodbye to Instagram, but we'll say goodbye to everybody else. Thanks, guys, for watching. We'll see you on the next one.
Yeah, next week, 1 o'clock. Thank you for watching.